League Minors Tier 2 finals this evening between Odin's Chosen and the Crimson Dragons, who are once again meeting here in the Overwatch ring. Tonight I'm joined by Jack and Chaos, who have been in plenty of our other games for the playoffs this season, and we're looking forward to tonight. How are you guys?
Yeah, pretty good, you know, because it's a final, because that's always hyped to turn up for, because I've not seen Odin's Chosen yet, so I'm interested to see what they bring to the table, because they've been unbeaten the entire season, I believe, so they're clearly the team to beat. So I'm interested to see what Jack can bring up.
I've also seen both teams in action multiple times, a few games I casted with you, Light. Yes, Odin's Chosen, they have been undefeated since the regular season, all the way through till now. So Crimson Dragons really has a tough fight ahead of them, because no matter if Crimson Dragons are able to win their match tonight, they're going to have to play Odin's Chosen again next week. They're going to have to beat them 2 separate weeks, because just a little history behind the playoffs right now. We have round 1, Crimson Dragons knocked out Hydra to put them in the losers bracket. And in the quarterfinals, we had Odin's Chosen and Crimson Dragons going head-to-head just like we have right now. Odin's Chosen walked away with a 3-1 record, putting Crimson in the losers bracket. And ever since then, Crimson had to fight their way back to this point. And so this is a rematch from the quarterfinals. So both teams are aware of each other's playstyle and they know what they're up against. So this is going to be a real fight to the finish.
Oh yes, because
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, because I agree also. I like because both teams are ready, because Odin's chosen at EU, and so they want to get this started soon and hopefully finish soon. And to be honest, so do I. I feel their pain, but I'm also hoping for map 5. So
We do have our resident witch with us, so I mean, Chaos, do you see a map 5 here? What are we predicting early on?
I need at least one match to be able to give you that information, so we'll see after Ilios how this goes.
He's a con, like, he's a con. He's lost the power.
We have been swindled.
Yeah, we have been swindled.
But I'm looking forward to starting on Ilios here. Like, this is...
I'm so sick of this map. I feel every time I cast dragons into this map.
This is, you know, where some people truly shine. Well is going to give them some opportunities, because Kittens plays a lot of Lucio, so it's going to give them a chance to kind of work on those environmentals, so we'll see some interesting stuff going on here.
Is Kittens even in?
Ready for battle.
I cannot see behind my... Oh, nope, but they do have Varion.
Okay.
Varion on the Lucio. Like, you know, the little mic thing was in the way, you know.
It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, I just wanted to make sure, because you know Crimson a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I was like, is she? I see the Lucio, but not the name yet. But here we go.
Okay, very two different sides at the moment though. Because Odin's Chosen are coming out with the double shield Sigma Orisa, and on the side of Dragons we are seeing the Lion Diva, and that's an early pick on Naughty Duo from like this before. That's a big early loss though, and that's another big loss. It's a very good start by Odin's Chosen, because with this unorthodox like double shield comp with the Tracer. And there goes the first cap to the side of Odin's Chosen.
Yeah, Odin's Chosen's kind of squeezing them here. Twisted Pork kind of going in the back line, making a couple picks, but Naughty sends him back right to the front line, and looks like they're going to take a side approach here.
Yeah, because I wouldn't recommend the line on well. It's just hard. It's just hard to gain control of the point, because you will get pulled into the well, and he just can't. He just can't get the momentum, because that line hasn't get other maps. It's just too open for myself. But we'll see. I've been wrong before in these playoffs about Reinhardt players. Alright, that's a big hope. Coalition comes in. Because Visor has moved back to support and he kills PK7, but
Yeah, they do shut down Twisted Pork kind of fast right there, but it looks like Crimson's probably going to be able to clutch this.
Maybe not. Butterfly is... Alright, because Butterfly killed 3, but it was not enough to stop Crimson Dragons taking the point. Because this is already looking like it's going to be a great game though, because just based off the first 2 team fights. Because very patient of Crimson Dragons there to pick their moment, because just waiting for the coalescence to be on the line to engage. Trusted Pork.
It looks like they're kind of taking some assessments here.
Yeah. Superchargers news. Twisted Pork is really on this kill feed so far. Alright, is Odin chosen? They're going to cap the point yet again, which they already have. Because that's the issue with the Lionheart light though, because it's just so hard to stay on point compared to the others, so you can just put a shield down, fortify, and just sit there.
Yeah, with Odin's with a little over halfway to go, about 20 to 30%, they're probably going to have to make some really good choices here to keep the Crimson Dragons off, who do have 3 strong ultimates coming online.
Yeah, that's very true, because the sound barrier will be very big for the engage. It also counters the buffs of Dean. Twisted Pork again kills Naughty Joker. It's the 3rd time in a row that's been the opening pick. Sigma ult is new. Sound barrier was not new stuff. I don't know why Varian did not new sound barrier. Okay, he uses it to keep himself up. That's a weird choice.
Yeah, as long as Mori can stay up, they might be able to keep holding on with Coalescence here, but the Tire might doesn't quite find someone.
Some very good Whistler players so far. Okay, this window is news by Council Kitty and Twisted Pork again with the Viper. Bomb is news. It goes over the top though, that's very unfortunate for a magical car. Alright, there we go, because the first round of this Tier 2 finals, because it went the way of Odin's chosen, but there's still plenty to play for the series and this first round.
Agreed. You know, Chaos, is that enough to give us a witch prediction yet, or we gotta see the end? You know? Awfully quiet with your cauldron.
Yeah, it might take 2 maps, to be honest.
What I would say is, right now, if we want to see this match go into a 3rd round, I would suggest for Crimson Dragons to switch up their tanks and match it up with what what Odin brought into the table is Orisa and Sigma. If they can bring that into this fight, they might force it into a 3rd round.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I think it's very hard to judge Crimson Dragons at the moment because they are playing on an EU thing, and that can make a difference because especially in the DPS duels. Because if the Odin chosen is going for the TP, they were very slow with it though. Because they were very slow with the TP, so Crimson Dragons, because they were able to get to point first. Sneaky Turtle kills Crimson Pork. And this is looking like first capital on Wave Dragons. Alright, but they do lose Ghostwider and Naughty Joker. So yeah,
it looks like they grabbed it, but they're kind of getting a little bit squeezed here.
Yeah,
quickly.
That's the issue in Control, because like too many teams just care about getting first cap and then lose the points straight after. That was very patient play of Odin's chosen to pick the moment. Because they lost a bit of percentage, but they'll make up for it now.
Something I'll chip in real quick. A Roadhog would also not be a good call here for Crimson Dragons as well.
Yeah. Right, okay, because Crimson Dragons are just doing some port from the high ground. Because just trying to find their own moment to engage. Because possibly waiting for the coalescence from PK7 again. Magical Cat goes down, and that is a huge shatter of course. And Window's also news for the cleanup. Sound barrier is news. And Symmetry Wall. I think Odin's chosen over-invested there personally. Because they did not need 4 ults, but you know, because this team is unbeaten, so what do I know? Right, okay, so on the side of Crimson Dragons, because they have Shatter, Visor, and Moira all took the top. These are the early death blocks that was to get a fast killing over. But he just paid for it, thanks to Anti-Variant.
It looks like they're about to open up with Soldier ult, but they're gonna have to make space for the, the shield to get down so you can get a couple more picks. But he does get Baptiste, so it ends up working.
Oh yeah, like he used the hide on the left very well there to get value. Because Ghost Rider cleans up on point thanks to PK7's ult. But because Naughty Joker dies, but it does not matter because Crimson Dragons have got control once more. Because very back and forth so far, but this is going to be a very hard fight because coming up for Crimson Dragons. Because on the side of Odin Chosen, because we do see the Grab and Shatter. Because both those ults can win a team fight. Oh, okay, we see a TP onto the high ground. A very nice rotation. PK7 goes down, and that's a huge Shatter occurs. Alright, but that's a fantastic eat of magical catch with the Grab. I'm not sure who's going to win this fight at the moment because one of you by Magical Cat gets no kill sadly. She does get the remake though because Varion gets a kill on Calico Kitty. But it does look like Odin's Chosen, I want to get the point.
So I think Crimson will have like one more touch here because they do have Shatter and excuse me, Lucio beat online. That's kind of like their only two to kind of throw here, so they're gonna have to make it count.
Yep. Oh,
and it looks like they might.
Yeah, they might not even need it because Odin's Chosen just got a bit complacent there, perhaps. Because keeping that sound barrier is very big for them. Because going into this possible two-fight situation to take the point.
Yeah, so they'll have some time to finish building up that Soldier ultimate, I believe, and probably get Moira online, maybe at the last fight. So they're looking pretty good, but so is Odin's, especially their own Reinhardt and Reaper situation going on, and basically everything except for Zarya.
Oh yeah, because that TP is very interesting actually. Because they keep losing it to take the high ground from Sneaky Turtle. Reaper ult is news, Shatter is news, but... Alright, because I think it's early... Because I think it's pretty clear to see like Odin's Chosen and unbeaten the season just based off this first map. Because they are very good at their rotations. Alright, because there
just
we go.
like that.
Yeah, because Odin's Chosen have took this first map. And so now we will be going to...
Play of the game.
Just let me check.
Dorado.
Okay, thank you. Because this was a very big player butterfly. This will watch the point, but it's what a value off the tracer. Alright, okay, but we will be going to American Ping now also. And so I'm interested to see how much that affects Odin's Chosen.
When I remember, they seem to make up for it pretty well. When Chaos and I interviewed them, they kind of account for their skills instead of ping, so as long as they rely on what they think their best kit is, I'm sure we'll see like an even matchup here.
Right, okay. Let us change the server, because I will let both of you have a little chat, because while I do mod stuff.
Alright, so Chaos, we're currently 1-0. We've seen Odin and Crimson before, I think, in individual games, so now they're together. Like, how do you feel like they're matching their skills, to one another?
Well, knowing that Odin's Chosen record is undefeated for the regular season, and from just observing that first match, their communication and timing skills with their ultimates are as perfect as it can be coming into this game tonight. Crimson Dragons still bringing their all-star game here. I do think on the first match they were outmatched just a little bit, but they held their own fairly well. I would have liked to see a change in their tank setup a little bit on Ilios. I think that's what kind of crippled them a little bit and gave Odin's Chosen the opening to take that first map, especially with Zarya just draining D.Va out of her mech and not being able to block it. But since we're going into Dorado, if Crimson runs with the same setup, Reinhardt and Diva, it should be more manageable for them. Sneaky Turtle and Joker, if they're going to be on DPS, that's going to give them a wide range for characters like Hanzo, Widow, Ashe, even Junkrat and Torbjorn and Symmetra, just because of where they can place those turrets and just go behind them. Their Reaper and Soldier was doing very well at backflanking against Crimson on that first map, so they're going to have to be careful if they try to do that again. Their supports, especially with that Baptiste Immortality field, was perfectly placed to keep their DPS and their tanks alive. So they got a tough fight ahead of them, but even though Odin's walked away with 1 win so far on their record, I hope we'll see at least 4 maps here tonight. 5 would be great if we can get to that point, but 4 maps I do think is manageable for them. Since our map pool tonight is Dorado and then Numbani for the first 3, Crimson should be able to take at least one of those 2 maps.
I agree. I think they're kind of doing some maybe re-strateging here on their sort of stronger characters, because now we're going to have a payload involved, so it's going to require a little bit more coordination to kind of get out of that door and underneath that bridge, which tends to be the scariest place. So I think they'll be kind of well prepared moving into that. So, I mean, I'm interested. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to their attempt to get on the board for Dorado for sure.
Of course, the first map is always kind of a toss-up, kind of, because it can go either way. It always relies on just... Both teams really have to just analyze and see what each other's playstyle is, and that's basically what I was doing, is observing, see what they run with, how they execute their ultimates, and just their communication, even though I don't hear them talking in-game. But you can somewhat tell just by their movements are where they go, who they go after. You can pretty much predict their communication skills during the game. But what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, I had something I was going to say and I forgot it already. It'll come back to me.
You know, it comes and goes. How are we looking for our second setup, Jack?
Alright, because we're nearly there, because I've got the changes of Odin, because I just because I'm doing Crimson Dragons, because I just want confirmation, because Donnie is Naughty Joker, right?
That is verified information.
Yep, okay, because I could ask them the ticket, but so why not ask you? Okay, so
but I am currently still, brewing my my pot, so I'm stirring the contents around. So we'll see. We do have Wonderful coming into play, and we know how good of a DPS he is for Crimson Dragon. So usually he's not in the first map. Usually they bring him in from the second map onward. So knowing he's going to be in action for Dorado, I think all 3 of us know what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about Wonderful anymore, because people are going to start thinking he's paying me the amount I hype this man up. But every time he comes in, Crimson win, I feel.
He's bringing in new maps. Like, his May changing, the terrain for everybody to, navigate around is the scariest, I can't curse, the scariest stuff I have seen out of a DPS in a good while. So this May he's about to bring is either going to be deadlier or deadlier than we've seen before.
Yeah, and I'm sure Odin's Chosen is ready for it. I'm sure they've analyzed Crimson extensively. They know how much of a monster he is and how much of a danger he is to them. So I'm sure they're ready for it. Kaz, we know his Reinhardt skills are impressive. We interviewed him I think it was him. Did we interview him a couple weeks ago?
I believe we also had Kaz, and I think Butterfly in our last interview.
Yeah, I believe so. And we were complimenting Kaz extensively on his Reinhardt skills, so I'm sure Wonderful is ready for that as well. So we've seen Kaz and Ghost Rider go head to head with Reinhardt before, and that always ended in just an all-out brawl. It's how I said before. It's like Balduric and Reinhardt from Honor and Glory, just seeing who can flex their muscles the most.
Alright then, so both teams are now ready and done their swaps. And so we'll be going into Dorado, because I'm going to put on my own prediction here, because I think that Odin's Chosen are going to play double shields at some point on this map.
I can agree with that. Considering what we've just saw from them and it worked out so well, they might continue to play that.
Oh yeah, because Dorado's got a lot of high ground, and you want to control that high ground because with Alyssa. So, I'd be very shocked if they didn't try to, because if they didn't try to do it on at least one of the points. It's a lot harder to get value against Mei. And oh no, so I got the wrong way around. Because it's a lot harder for Mei to get value against Alyssa also, because she can just fortify the freeze and just walk away. Right, okay, we are going in.
Traveling to Dorado.
And you know what? We have some of the Odin's people running on earlier time, so they're putting in some decent amount of work here. I know most of Crimson Dragons is NA East Coast, but we're working on some time zones here, so I'm glad to see that they're shaking. They're waking up. A little bit of Overwatch in their system.
Oh yeah, because I'm not waking up. I wish I was.
Working on that time, but
yeah. It's not even that.
I wonder if we'll see Symmetra again.
Yeah, I think we will on attack. Because they seem to be the sort of team who like the Symmetra rotations.
There's everybody's favorite midget, Torbjorn.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, I wonder what they're anticipating for going basically double hit scan here.
Alright, because Ghost Rider is maybe going to throw the hog. Okay, maybe not. We are not seeing a pirate ship. I'm not here for pirate ship.
Wonderful has been trolling us all season, so I wouldn't even be surprised if we actually did this for the lulz.
It is a good pirate ship map, honestly.
Nope, he trolled us, he went back.
Nope. Nothing new there.
Stop the payload.
Alright, because we don't see double shield of Odin's Chosen, but we do see the Alyssa. So I'm half right.
Stop right there.
Alright, okay, so on the side of Crimson Dragons we see the classic Lions area. Alright, but we see the less classic Hanzo, Mei and Baptiste, because you normally see a Bufio or Mercy in those sort of comms, but they just obviously want to keep a lot of healing on their tanks. It did not work though, as Ghost Rider goes down to Butterfly. That's the power of Alyssa right there, but Wonderful does get a kill on Cowgirl Kitty, because it is very hard to spectate the battle because of the shoot with glitch. Right, okay. Right, okay, so all Odin's Chosen are just going to sit behind the shield, because I was sort of expecting Butterfly to maybe take it off angle, but he clearly didn't want to risk it. They didn't stay hands on Mei, who can both one-shot kill with headshot. Because it's Cowan kills them. Because Ice Water is used by Wonderful, because Ice Water Odin's Chosen, but they do a fantastic job of dealing with it.
Cease your resistance.
This is a very weird fight actually, because Supercharger is new by Odin's Chosen as well as the Turbo, which kills Ghost Rider, because Nano is also new on Naughty Joker, but he can't really get to them because of the Turbo.
Yeah, Wonderful is managing his health pretty well for somebody who was 60 for about 40 years right there. So he's about to have ultimate. This would be a good chance to kind of throw and follow up the dragon.
That's a great rotation of Odin's Chosen when everyone is purple. Because now they're getting aggressive because of the Wally, but when Hood does lose Mayo, he kills Black Cat, and then Kitten kills Butterfly. This is very back and forth fight. I think Odin's Chosen are going to pull through though. As indeed they do. Because
I was a
that's-
little surprised. It looked like it was going to Crimson right there.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Alyssa. She's so hard to kill. She needs to die. She needs to die really fast in the fights. Because once she gets going, because it's really hard to break her down. Right, okay, but goes wide. It does have grab pump though. He's taking a lot of damage off the Summer Patrol though, because Butterfly out came back on Summer from play. Window is used by Black Cat. We're seeing a rotation through the building because this is not shouted. Because Grav is news on 4. And that should be the fight when it's not a joke, because the 2 and Window is news to ensure the fight.
It looks like they're gonna move this in. They did a
Yeah.
couple strong ultimates there, so this should be quite a peaceful ride to second point.
Oh yes, because that was a very good ult economy also, because they just used Grav and Window to win their team fight, so go into the next team fight, because they have Shatter and Deadeye off their capacity. Alright, okay, because I was expecting the Wizard to take the high ground here. But she had supercharger, so she clearly wants to take the fight 2 of them. Alright, because very nice attempt at the high noon there off it. But even better attempt of Peen to shut it down. Because PK7 gets a kill on Calco Kitty, pays for it though, be thanks to the Alyssa. And now Crimson Dragons are gonna have to retreat. I'm not sure why Wonderful's staying there, but with Rosaria Bubble, because you can take those risks. Because he does have Blizzard coming up for the next team fight. And Calco Kitty has gave up the Blake and went for the Zen. Because they clearly feel that they need a more defensive ult instead of the rally. Window is moved early, Blizzard is moved. Because that's a big ult off Callan which kills 2. But that team fight is going the way of Crimson Dragons, because thanks to Wonderful's Blizzard. He's just doing it. He's doing it again, Wonderful, this May. He just changes fights.
I'm telling you, when he looks like he's about to try and seal this door off, so they're also going to make this probably decently enough. That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, it's just very frustrating to play against a good May player. You're just not allowed to play the video game because Grav is news by Ghost Rider. And that's going to be another fast team kill for Crimson Dragons because we're really picking up momentum now in the second half. Because it looks like a rough start for them and maybe getting full help, but it's not looking like that anymore because we have 2.5 minutes. Because in the time bank, because this is looking to be a very good push if they can push it all the way through. Because Naughty Joker does have Shatter, so when that Mero goes down, he'll probably do it. He's probing for
it. Excellent beat coming out to save them from that dragon. They're going to be pretty stable right here.
Yep. Some big kills of Callum on the jump down doing all this. Because Windows used by Kitten, Naughty Joker kills Butterfly with Firefly. Because Crimson Dragons were trying to back out. And Wonderful has Blizzard once more, so it's going to be and so it's going to be a lot of pressure on Bean. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Bean to eat this, but Naughty Joker just shatters them first and then moves the quick. But Transcendence is used by Calco Kitty to keep their team up. But it was not enough. I think Crimson Dragons should push this in, but with the spawn advantage of Odin Jordan, it could go either way. We do see the tyre being used by Cowan. If they can get value off this tyre, it could turn the team fight. Which they sadly do now. Because this isn't set to be clean up Crimson at this point. It's a very good contest option though. Because all you need is just a couple of kills every now and then and you can pull it back. But there's Wonderful again with his ice wall to make it harder to touch. I would not have saved them the Zen as I would not have saved them the Zen if I was Calico Kitty. I would have gone back to Lucio. Speaking of Lucio, we see a sound battle of PK7, Wonderful with a kill of Black Cat. This is a really good solo of Odin's Chosen. But Wonderful is just doing the work on me. How is this shot so going? Oh, are you? Because Wonderful's about to have Mayo online. Yeah, that was
Wow, talk about the ultimate
yeah,
stalling skill.
that was like a 2-minute stall, I think.
About a minute and 20 seconds.
That's an intense round.
Yeah, it was.
Initiating match.
Alright, because 7.8 seconds is still a decent time bank for Delado. It's a very hard map to finish.
I think my contents in my brewing pot are starting to bear fruit.
Right, okay, so I'm very interested to see what Odin's chosen answer is going to be to Wonderful on the May and this more aggressive phrase out of Quantum Dragons that round. Because they are just walking into them. And there isn't much that Odin's chosen to be able to do about it. We do see a Sombra by Karen. I would be interested to see the Sombra actually.
Do we really think Butterfly's about to break out this Bastion? Because
No, I don't. He's
No.
I did not trust that for a second. Yeah, like, you know, because when you have Winston Diva, there's no way you're gonna win the Bastion.
Stop the payload.
We're seeing a very dive-like setup here actually. Very interesting if Odin's chosen, because it'll be a lot harder for the May to get value because if people can just get away from it. But we do have the issue of Kane and Ash who will make up for the death.
I'll just say that.
Yeah, I think for that, like... Oh, I'm sorry.
The Bastion picks are me trying to tease you guys a little bit, give you guys a little hope that maybe we'll see him.
I don't want to see him.
I want to see it before the season's gonna be over. I would love to see like a little hard to deal with Bastion. I like a little struggle with my cereal.
I don't think this Sombra is working by Callan. Because a minute in with 30% ult charge, because I don't think they're getting enough value at the moment. Because you need to be getting EMP a lot faster than this. There's nothing to really dive in that comp apart from the Ashe either. I just don't think this is working.
Odin, they need a strong main tank. They need a Rissa, Sigma, or Ryan, and they need a team.
It needs to be contested, this Ashe.
Yeah, they're kind of just getting caught on this corner. They might want to consider an alternative route.
Yeah.
Just because like Ghost on the Zarya is just staying really strong. Like Charge is staying at about 50 to 60. They're slow roasting them.
Yeah, it's very hard watching the moment because Wonderful's got his mail online also. Because they have gave up the Sombra and went to a hands up and changed up their tank line to a bit more of a wall. Because they struggle have been there to keep their line up, but there's just too much damage. Oh, okay, but Kane does go down, so does Naughty Joker. And so this is the opening because Odin's chosen that I've been waiting for. I do like the Echo pick though, it can get so much value against the line value from. Because the only thing that can really stop it because of the Ashe or the Cassidy now playing, I guess. Because that was a nice little sort of wonderful, he did lose mail doing that. I would have personally saved it. Oh no, sorry, he used it before that fight. It's far too rare here. Like... Wait, I'm like, okay, so Odin's chosen to push it up to the show. Because trying to put his naughty Joker, because tries to charge in, gets flashbang, is used by PK7.
I think Crimson Dragons can really work on these last 50 seconds to kind of hold Odin's here, and it'll be very clear for them. I think they can do it, it's just going to be a little tight.
Yeah, that was a big les on the line out there though, but Wonderful is just there again. Alright, Odin chosen to try and get their Zari out of charge, but Ghostwide is not going to allow that. This ult economy is not looking too great for Odin's chosen, because they do have the Grav Dragon, but it will be possible for Kittens to stop it with the Immortal Baptiste.
But they do have a Baptiste with it, they can probably pass it through, get a little bit of extra on there, but I mean, like Crimson Dragons are rolling up on some very strong things right now. If they want to get like an early pick, they gotta go now.
Yeah, here comes the nail. Pause goes down early. We didn't even see the grab news. Okay, we now see the grab news by Dean, the grab news by Ghost Rider, and this is just looking like it's going to be a Crimson Day in Dorado. Alright then, so for anyone joining to this Tier 2 final, because the score at the moment in this match between Odin's Chosen and Crimson Dragons is 1-1. And play of the game goes to Wonderful, to the shock of no one on the casting team.
Yeah, Wonderful just like relentless on this Mei, and the Ghost on the Zarya like heading for beat, like, you know, just constantly in each other's pieces.
What was that? Like, what was that? 12 wizard kills. I don't think I've seen that card in a while.
Job well done.
I am personally afraid.
Yeah, but we do go back to EU ping, so you know, it's definitely not over, because like Dorado is a good map for me because it's like a very narrow, because you can use the ice wall to get on the high ground. Alright, so we are going to go to a new banner now though. Because, which sadly I think is also another good map for me for Odin's Chosen. So, I mean, I keep saying this. I think most maps are good for me if you're that good at me. Like,
It's a little scary, but I think like if they're gonna play that high ground, all it takes is for Mei to seal off that door in the back once the Reinhardt enters, and it's curtains. So we might see a little sneaky play from Wonderful here, like kind of just sealing off a lot of these doors that people tend to go through to get to point.
Yep, indeed, because I will let you talk about the game, because I do the necessary changes.
Chaos, any like really strong opinions? We've seen like now that both teams are on the board, we're seeing kind of a bit of a pushback from Crimson, so they're looking pretty strong here. What do you think is like going on? They had a little chat in the locker room. What do you think?
Well, I think bringing in Wonderful really boosted their morale up extensively. Bringing him in with the Mei, it really boosted their confidence, and just from seeing their momentum and how it was on point, they were steadily keeping that payload moving. Their defense was holding on against Odin's. Keeping Wonderful in from here on out would be a crucial decision that I would make. They may swap him out after a 1 round or so, or maybe this game possibly, depending on what their choices are, because they don't want him to be countered extensively, because we do have a large roster in the spectators, so they have a lot of backup choices. So if anybody can counter him, they're going to try to bring him in now to turn the tide back in Odin's favor. I will say I do think Odin's may take the next map because it is going back to EU ping, but we are going to Numbani, so it's another like hybrid scenario type of map, so Wonderful can easily get a lot of wall off kills and give Ghost Rider and Joker the chance to get a pin or just a quick kill with one of their tanks. But Odin's Chosen, I do think their momentum was crippled going into this map at first after that first round, but I do think they're going to come back and turn the tide back over to their favor. So we might see 5 rounds here, because either way it's going to go to 4 rounds. So we are going to head to Hollywood at some point. And then the deciding map, if we get to it, will be Lijiang Tower, which I've had enough of that map for one season.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, like I love, Lijiang is not a bad map for me, but like after a couple of times, you're like, okay, I've seen enough. It's hard to manage.
Yeah, some things we haven't seen a lot of in terms of the supports. We've seen a lot of Baptiste and Lucio so far, just because of how useful the ultimates are at blocking certain ultimates like Reinhardt's Earth Shatter or Diva's Bomb. So we haven't seen a lot of Mercy or Moira. We did see Moira on the first map, and we saw Mercy briefly on Dorado. But we haven't seen a lot of the other supports as much. So I do think they're going to keep their supports as they are, with Ana, Baptiste, and Lucio being their primary healers. The other ones may get sidelined for a little while, just in terms of functionality and how they're effective. I don't really think the tanks are going to change very much, because Ghost Rider and his skills on Reinhardt, along with Kaz, they're pretty much head-to-head.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing Orisa and Sigma off and on. They're not consistent. It's like a random pick here and there. We're seeing Zarya fairly frequently. Diva we saw on the first map the whole time, but I do think if we see a Zarya and a Diva on each side, it would be wise to switch off the Diva so she's not being hard countered by the Zarya. One tank we have not seen at all is Roadhog, which I was surprised we didn't see him at some point on Ilios to get some of those environmental kills.
Okay. I am hoping to see some changes, but I think both teams are ready, Jack.
I don't think so, because lots of tickets just changed, because I think I'm waiting for Crimson Dragons, unless they've just posted in this very moment.
I think they just posted. I'm using my third
yeah.
eye tonight. I'm borrowing it from Chaos. I got it like on a discount.
Yeah, because we are all good then. Right, okay, I'll just let both teams know that we are starting. Because I do think that's a wise choice of Crimson Dragons to keep the same lineup. Because after a full hold like that, because you just want to keep momentum going. So I think that's a wise choice. Right, okay. I just want to do one last check that we are on DBU.
Yeah. Ready to go here. I did see a little bit of Echo being broken out, so I'm kind of hoping to see Echo take coast, maybe, and get a little busy in the backline and kind of scramble him a bit.
It is one of my favourite tactics, that, because it's to send Echo coast and then the rest of your team on the right-hand side and create a pincer attack. I'm a big fan of that. Right, okay, so we will now be going into this third map of this series. Okay.
I will keep stirring my brewing pot.
Do you have enough Toad's Eye, Chaos?
Wow.
I think I have enough, but it doesn't hurt to have a few more.
We gotta keep his supply up, We're working on it. He's calling for, a head to Lijiang, and so I think, it's gonna be pretty interesting here, working on the EU ping again. So Odin will be kind of working at their best, top skill level here, because they're gonna be a little bit faster, but I think we'll be able to see some compensation from Crimson Dragons, like maybe a Torb or, whatever goes on here.
I'm going to set me up a pause, if it lets me pause. God's sake. There we go. Wait, what? Okay, because that is my mistake, because Odin's chosen, we're not ready. Okay, they are not ready. Yeah, I'm so... because I'm so used to Odin's just saying they're ready straight away. Right, okay, we want to get that one pause.
Also, yeah, that is my bad too. I thought they were ready because they had finished their lineup, so that's my bad. I should have got to confirm.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, it happens, because there was no harm done. Yeah, the main villain is my sick drift, which makes it hard to pause at times. Right, okay, so we are...
I'm teasing you guys with the Bastion again.
I know, if you're not going to give it to me, stop teasing me. Either give it to me or don't give it to me. I've been wanting to see, like, broken out. It would be scary and entertaining. You don't tease me like that.
I have to. That's why I'm the wizard.
You are being referred to as Wizard Chaos. That is your new name now. But we gotta echo like I wanted. Yes.
Yeah, okay. We are seeing that mod die before Odin's chosen again. I'm interested to see the main defense. Wonderful, actually, because I suppose it is good if they go through that corridor, but they do not want to go in that corridor. We see an early dive into the backline on the Ash. That is a good main wall by Wonderful, which is stopping me and Spectator Cam from going in the room. Because some nice early picks for Odin's chosen on the Baptiste and Zarya, because they should take first point here. Because very nice dive. Because it's going to be a lot harder for Pain to get value on the Ash, on the different ping icon. So the Echo Butterfly is going to be as free as a butterfly. I like because Odin's chosen because they're punishing the switch spawns of Crimson Dragons. They really are pushing this all the way. Really nice flare for Odin's chosen. Because just not giving Crimson any space to set up. Because as we go back to Moira, who is just started on the payload by herself. Right, okay, so Odin's chosen have now got control of the high ground, and we do have the Flymo Wave online for cause, and we will have both DPS Odds and Wine. Because Wonderful is on cart contesting point, because as you do is the mayor. PK7 goes down. Twisted Fault trying to get a big Deadeye, but he gets blocked by Wonderful's Ice Wall. It really is night and day for Odin on different thing, isn't it? This is
I think Crimson is backing up just a little too far. They're going to have to kind of have some presence here.
It's just the aggressive dive of the Winston who gets bubbled, because then the Echo who follows up with the Mercy Pocket. It's very hard to deal with. Okay, so Pain has now went Reaper because he clearly feels the hit stand's not working, so they just want to win up front and punish the Winstons. Which is possibly the right flow. But we do see Wonderful because of the male, which he is thrown in. I don't think he got anyone there for once though. Because I think that was some adaptation. Because from the side of Odin's Chosen there. But they are still going to win the team fight. And Bean does die, moves their charge, his Pain pushes into the Cassidy. Right, okay, so I'm interested to see if Odin's Chosen, because they decide to keep this Winston after the final is news, because I think it's a lot harder to get Winston value on this point of new banning, especially into a Reaper Cassidy.
I think they're getting a little bit interesting here with the Widow pick though, which I didn't expect. They were McCree before.
Yeah, but
so now they're going for like a more targeted approach.
It has nothing to contest it though. You can get the first. Because
yeah, they gotta clear out this Echo really fast, otherwise she's gonna make it rain.
Just caught with the headshot. Ghost Rider is out of his neck. Naughty Joker gets caught out of position, I think that. The Wes, that is a big Les on. That is a big Les of Kitten. Reaper is new, which takes out Black Cat and the Mercy. This Reaper is not dying. He's getting no support, but he's just sticking in there like a main tank. And when the full kills Butterfly. I actually have no idea how Pain is so alive. Yeah.
So what's happening is that Pain is doing what we call magic. hanging on, and also lifesteal for Reaper is such a strong like ability
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he probably was able to stabilize there.
Oh yeah,
might
because we
have
are
had
seeing
a
the swaps. Odin. Right, okay, so we see the line diva of Odin's chosen now, because which I think is the better tank duo for this point. I'm still not sure about this Widow pick. Pain does get punished this time. As Naughty Joker will soon follow, I imagine. But because Cook with your 4 weapons is news by Page. Push the momentum. Because nice saw Kitten, just to talk, making me eat my words because of a fast double kill on the winner.
If Crimson can get out, they can get these ultimates off. They should be a little fine, but they didn't quite make it.
That looks like a miscommunication, perhaps.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
So they did whittle down time a lot. I was kind of worried at like the speed they were going. It was going to look a little different, but I'm glad that they kind of held them there. No, 2 minutes to go for them.
Oh yeah, that was a good solve on the last point because because I think Odin's Chosen had like 5 minutes going into the last point, so getting that down to 2 minutes 17 is pretty big.
I'm kind of hoping that Crimson will be able to move it at the same speed and match them for time, or at least end with some time on the clock so they can reclaim, you know, an extra shot here to move the point.
Yeah, it's all about the first push. We are going to see Pain on the Fowler, so possibly a pharmacy with kittens.
Attackers incoming.
But we do see Twisted Taunt on the Ash, and we see Butterfly on the Echo, because I do consider Echo to be a Fowler counter. So I'm interested to see how much value Pain can get.
Hey.
They are bringing Wonderful back out though on the May, so they have some plans here for how they're going to move this.
Nice, he's went to Versa. We're seeing
okay.
a full dive. This could go bad for PK7 because if Echo realizes he's by himself.
Yeah,
Because,
he's a little slow.
Yeah, I've tried this comp before and it's not a fun time for the Zenyatta normally. Because Ghost Rider is trying to dive the Ash, and he's doing a very good job with the gift sword and gets his kill. Because very nice dive there, but they get instantly rezzed and Ghost Rider dives to the Diva. But Ghost Rider also gets rezzed with Butterfly and Wonderful. Both King's Rezzes have been nuked, Kittens is down, Ghost Rider comes Butterfly. PK7 kills Page, Kitten kills Twisted Pork, and okay, because this first point is going to go to Crimson Dragon, so they took it just as fast as Odin's Chosen did. I was not expecting that Zen to get as much value, but they just didn't dive him. Or couldn't find him.
A Zen left unattended to is a deadly weapon.
Oh yes, because I think what happened is that Odin's Chosen were too focused on the counter dive to save their lash, and just let PK7 have space. Because we do see Butterfly off the Echo now and on the Cassidy. Because Pain does have the large, so let's get on board with Pain. Who's looking to cause some Pain.
I want to see if Pain continues to play the Pharah now that they have double hit scan.
Think he will. Because
you don't think so?
No. Because that looks like a ult someone who's going to swap. And then when Cassidy themselves. Supercharger is news by Cause, still Ghost Rider, could have Primal, but wants to save him time. Retreat's coming in. I would not be shocked if I would not be shocked if Crimson because did some wide zone changes once ultra news. Because it's a lot harder to dive into the Whistle comp. Like, okay, so Naughty Jokers went to the Zarya. And so we're seeing a bit of the more classic double bubble. Everyone's favourite. Butterfly kills Wonderful because the clock goes down to 10, Wonderful gets away. Because that's a nice transfer, that's a nice transfer PK7. Beaver Bomb comes in, kills Naughty Yoga. Pain does kill Dean though, before they can rematch.
I think Crimson are gonna make it.
Yeah,
They're gonna make this.
He's,
Nice, they're doing good for time actually.
Yeah, I think they have a better time then. Oh no, it's just a little bit less than Odin's did have. He's really causing the pain at the moment on Cassidy. I have to get the bad puns in at some point.
Jack. Alright, this is my last day, everybody. Thank Jack. I guess Odin's is like setting up for Crimson's to hit this corner, and then looks like they have some plans in mind for them, but more in... Oh, Pain going for the... Finds one, they find each other. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I think Bio ult could be big here if they can get a shot. Butterfly kills Wonderful. I just don't think Wonderful's getting the same value on players as he did on there. But he is trying to run it into a more anti-guard comp in fairness. Because that's a good supercharge in these by colors. Crystal Coldwell's got Visor as well. As he bullies the Anna in the back line. He gets punished by Naughty Joke again. Alright, because Wonderful... Right, okay, because Wonderful has completely heard me and went there.
Yeah, that turret's gonna have to go. It looks like Naughty is looking at it, so it's down thankfully, but he's kind of paying the price for doing a little front push.
Yeah, Twisted Poker is behind him though with the Visor. Oh, he does fall for Wonderful, but he does kill PK7, who is a large source of their healing, and it looks like they do not have Wes online. But Crimson do have a lot of ults, and Shatter comes in by Ghost Rider, and Pain follows up with a big triple kill. They're really trying the rest of the life for Wizard, but that's a team
And they're
kill.
gonna finish with an equal time bank, basically. See,
Yeah.
I knew it, I felt it. It's that third eye I borrowed.
Yeah, this is going to be a long map. Because that's a good time bank for both teams.
Initiating match.
Alright, okay, so I'm interested to see if both teams attack first point the same way, and if both teams are going to make adjustments. Okay, we want to pause, so we will get a pause. Not sure what the pause is about, but...
I might be wrong this game for once.
Finally! I'm joking.
I don't know. It's not over yet. I'm still brewing the pot. I'm still stirring the content. So we'll see what I decide on.
They're finishing with time in like the bank for both basically even. Like, do you see like how it's leaning either way? It looks personally for me like very evenly matched. They're coming with like the same energy from both sides.
Yeah, it's I actually have no idea what this pause is for. A technical issue, perhaps? It kills the momentum a bit, but it was Crimson that asked for the pause and they had the momentum, so... Because this pause could be big for Odin's Chosen, to be honest, because now they have time to reevaluate. Okay. Do I just start it, or do I wait for the other team to say what do you also? Okay, I guess I'll start it, and then they'll just let me know, because the other team...
Yeah, I think they're ready.
Yeah.
It was an unexpected pause. I think it should be okay. But if they're not, they can always let us know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was probably just a technical issue or something. Doesn't matter. It wasn't mid-team fight, they waited till the end of the round, so I have no issue. Right, so when the phone coming out on the Echo? I've seen this Echo before. It is pretty good.
I don't think I've seen him on the Echo yet. I've seen him on the May, and then I think maybe Junkrat before, but I know him mostly for the May, so I'm excited to see the Echo.
I think he played Echo in Tier 4.
Statistically speaking, I usually get
I
most
don't know
of
if he's played it much
Aha!
in Tier 2.
There it is.
I could be completely wrong and just making stuff up, so.
You know, we all love lore, Jack.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, right, okay, so it looks like Odin's Chosen are coming back with the same comp, but they've added a Reaper to counter any Winston players. It's all about this pharmacy. If this doesn't get value, they're going to be in trouble. Look, there's the value. Are we going to see the Wes though? That was really good, of course, on the Winston there to stop that Wes. Fantastic play. Yeah, okay, like, so it seems like both teams don't like defending first point on New Banner. Just not fans of it. As we see Winston try to dive at Echo. They need to be careful about pushing up too much, but it looks like Crimson are just going to go set up inside.
Yeah, we got Bean kind of up here in the front, just doing like a little extra poking, but it could be a little scary, so it'd be smart to go back. She is demeched.
Yeah, like there isn't any odds close to either team, apart from the both is wonderful in turn. And with 50 seconds on the clock, because Crimson Dragons only need like one like big team fight one. So they can be patient about this. And that's a big pick. Right, okay, so Odin's Chosen are going to go and do a full reset as well.
Yeah, Odin's Chosen's gearing up for one more like hard push here, but Pain is gonna have to keep Twisted Pork from getting this barrage off, so that's gonna have to be the first target to get out of here.
We're gonna see
or the Mercy.
We're gonna see an Echo copy of Wonderful as well, which could be big. Really
yeah, we can get a Rhine copy. It'll be very strong.
I think we'll need the line copy. They've just lost their own. That was a really good push of Odin's Chosen, very patient. Wonderful News' copy gets took out of it instantly by the line half. He did not like getting copied.
Get into position.
Wait, so Pain is now at Fowler. So we see a double fire. Because this is a really good push up at Odin's Chosen because getting the second cap. Because I can't see them getting much more because considering that Crimson have got the Glab and Shatter and Window. But you never know.
And I'm getting a little nervous as Bean starts to build up their Diva Bomb and the Shatter's coming online. The two combination can like spell disaster, so the Crimson's gonna have to work on these three ultimates quickly if they want to get them off the point.
They're kind of oh, big block approach right though. Wait, Pain just dive for it, slam his news, Window his news. Shatter's news behind, and that looks like it's going to be the fight for that's going to be the fight with Crimson Dragons. West Diva Bomb kills everyone. Oh my god, it kills two. It kills two. This is not over. Because that is a big res on the Weinhardt, and now Crimson are in full on display.
I'm a little afraid to say we might see like a double push. Like if Crimson brings the same sort of like speed, we'll be heading for round 6.
It's a big counter charge off claws there. Pain loses the battle. Butterfly kills. Some big plays off Butterfly and Beam there to pull that back. That Diva Bomb is potentially title winning because if they turn the series around.
Do you think we're looking at a 6th round? Because if Crimson makes it to the end, just like this, they're gonna have to go again.
No, because my prediction is that Odin's Chosen are gonna do a 3rd point hold, because I think they're just gonna take team fights as often as possible and just build up at ult bank, because now they know that they have a lot of space to work with.
Yeah, they're gonna be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, but like because when you're in a situation, because where you feel confident, because that's where you can be at your most vulnerable. Though
Attackers
we are
incoming
going to
in
see the
30
double fire
seconds.
again of Crimson. We don't normally see the double fire comp on console. Doesn't feel like anyway. Because like especially since this is a EU map and Crimson are an A team, I find it really I want to see both of them because to challenge the hit fires on their pain.
One. Attackers incoming.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a struggle kind of lining up the Echo and Pharah because they got to account for that extra delay, but
It's only
I mean, we'll see.
It's only Soldier and Torb though, it's not like they have an Asher or Widow or something. I saw if the Ghost Riders come out with the Winston again.
I mean, it looks like Ghost is trying to drag them down the point, but they're going to give him first tick, and
Yeah, well, they can afford
I'm wondering
to.
when they're deciding to step.
Yeah. The double fly's gonna get a lot of value now. Twisted Hawk has been doing great all day though as he kills the Baptiste and Butterfly kills Ghost Rider and the Diva. Because Pain gets sucked to death by Page on the boiler, and Butterfly gets a nice triple kill there. And that's the way it's like going wonderful. But Pain does have Barrage soon. But I do fear for Crimson because they sort of needed to take that first point just as fast to hold because to hold a chance of copying Odin's Chosen in full cabin.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to kind of enable Pain to get off this barrage he's been building, because he's really has the only ultimate that they have right now at a minute to go.
He's going to have to focus the Soldier though, because Soldier can sweat their power. As Visor is news to kill both of them. I do have to put this out there, because Bean is a fantastic Diva player.
Yeah, very aggressive, very like on top of you sort of diva, which is like a support's worst nightmare. You and I should know everything about that.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure Chaos knows that feeling as well. Because he also
Just like the constant dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diva diving on me is my nightmares.
Alright, we will see a coffee online soon though, wonderful. So let's see if we can get on board, wonderful. That's a big bomb, but PK7...
Yeah, Immort.
Yep.
Definitely holds them up.
Wonderful
But they are down Pain right now, and Pain is back up,
he's back
but
up.
down in Echo.
Yeah, like... yeah, Wonderful went for the big fang flare to try and build a copy and lose it, but they weren't able to pull it off. And this is time to look like it's going to be the full hold for Odin's Chosen and put them 2-1 up. That is a big shout though.
Yeah, but it looks like there's only Kittens and Ghost on the point. It just might not be enough to hold them there. Ooh, I was worried it was gonna go for like another. I was scared, but that was like a really intense play by both teams.
Yeah, well, because you see Twisted Pork, he's been really silent on this DPS Odin's Chosen, I feel. Because especially on the hit stand. Because I think on the first map he was getting a lot of the opening picks also.
That is incredible. Chaos, any thoughts about that like round we just had? That was intense. Like I was like, maybe they're gonna make it, and we're gonna make it again and make it again. And then they kind of held them really solidly there on that last push. It probably was coming down to the wire, and they had to strategize. But what did you think?
Well, I think what happened there was, since Odin's was able to push it all the way to the end, making it 6-3, I think it kind of, I don't want to say discouraged Crimson, but it maybe put a lot of pressure on them to match that momentum they brought into it, so they were probably a little nervous going into it, and Odin's just capitalized on an opportunity and they seized it and they held it. So, but again, who was the diva on their team? I forget who that was. Was that Bean? Yeah, that was Bean.
Bean being the
Yeah.
killing machine.
Yeah. That's Bean being able to capitalize on pain and being able to neutralize either that tack visor or the Pharah's barrage is crucial. Seeing that diva fly in my face when I'm a support, I just quiver in fear. Because having those rockets and those blasters shooting you in the face, you're dead in like half a second. So, very good playstyle from Kaz in being their synergy to be able to combine their shield tank and their off tank is perfect. Twisted Pork and Butterfly. Butterfly bringing the Echo in. He knows his stuff. He has Wonderful beat on that one. I don't think Wonderful can match his skill when it comes to Echo. Wonderful's got him beat with May though, but now we're heading to Hollywood. So this is. I know we're going to see May here if Wonderful stays in this game coming into it. If we keep Pain on Hollywood as well, this is also good for a Symmetra microwave, as I call it. The supports, we did see a bit of Mercy and Lucio for a change-up this time. We didn't see that heavy heals at all so far. But they did switch back ultimately to like the Baptiste and Mercy kind of deal, since, you know, Baptiste is what's the word I'm looking for? I can't find the word. Like utility stuff, like his kit.
Yeah, his kit.
Yeah, I couldn't find the word. I'm getting tongue-tied. But since we're going in 2-1, Crimson has to win this game to force it into a 5th round. But since we are heading to NA servers, going to be slightly in Crimson's favor. Odin's, as we interviewed them before, they are prepared for the shift in EU pings, but I do think every time the ping has changed to NA, Crimson has walked away with a win. So I'll see what happens when I brew my pot for this round. But we do have Sneaky Turtle coming in, and who Bean is sitting out this one. Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it's a little shocking.
Yeah, knowing that how effective Diva was, but Sneaky Turtle in the past has been very effective as well. More so on DPS than tank, I think. But they have a solid DPS lineup, so it's probably good to keep what they have. I do see Karen came in for who came in for Karen?
I think Karen was a replacement for Bean, I believe.
Yes, that's
that was for
correct.
okay. And then Turtle came in for who did Turtle come in for? Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, and Calico
Yeah.
Kitty came in for Black Cat and support.
Ah, 2 cats!
Yeah,
See, Jack, they're getting the animals again. You got a cat, a turtle.
I've got a kitten, got a butterfly.
Yeah, 3
2
kittens. We got a whole zoo in here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calico, Kitty, and Kittens.
Yeah,
I don't know if both of them are Mercy mains or not, but if they are, we'll see which one ups the other one.
Carl's Twisted. Okay, yep, that team's correct. Just double checking, because, you know.
But I will do
Okay.
my best to keep brewing to force it into a 5th round, which I think we'll see it. I think Crimson will come back from this. They'll be able to catch Odin's off guard and force it into round 5.
Yeah, I agree. And those who are just joining us, we are hosting the Tier 2 Finals, question mark, between Odin's
yes.
Chosen and the Crimson Dragons. They are currently on the board with Odin's Chosen with 2, Crimson Dragons with 1, but it's still anybody's game at this point.
I will say what she meant by question mark is because if Crimson Dragons walks away with a win tonight, they're going to have to play Odin's again next week. They're going to have to beat them twice to secure the victory since Crimson was in the loser's bracket. They can't just beat Odin's once, they have to do it twice.
Yeah, it's a long way to the top, so join us next week when we call it Finals.
Yeah, well, the 2 finals.
Actual finals, like in all caps.
Yeah, like, you know, because then we'll somehow draw that, and then we'll have the actual final.
For real finals. But I'm excited. If anybody has any predictions for us in the chat, we do have quite a bit of viewers tonight. If you have any predictions on who is going to walk away with the win today, please let us know. We love a good prediction.
I think this is the most viewers we've had in any playoff game so far. We're up to 20.
Yeah, well, it's the first final, so it's the game to watch. Okay, because Calico Kitty is now back, potentially.
Yeah, I know if Odin's Chosen's part of Demonia, Demonia, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, even though I was also in the org,
Yeah.
they probably have a lot of support in the Twitch tonight, kind of watching them.
It hasn't got enough demon names for an org that is named after demons. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, very beautiful names. We had Moonfey, and then we had Adaptation. Not enough demon-related stuff. Let's start bringing our own knives, everybody. Let's up the ante.
It is changing next season, because their tier 4 team is called Lilith, which is the succubus demon. If I'm right.
Lilith is also the main antagonist for the Diablo 4 game as well.
Oh, okay, I did not know that.
All right.
A bit of a Blizzard connection there. Alright, okay, because I apologise about the delay because we had a DC, so I'm just waiting for both teams to be ready.
I'll just give it a last bit of lore. Lilith is actually, in terms of like demonic lore history, Lilith is actually the first demon that was ever created in history. Lucifer transformed the first human into the first demon, and her name was Lilith. So I think that may be where they got the name from.
I thought I've heard something like that before. Like, you know, if I'm scrolling on TikTok late at night, your brain's half on. But they've mentioned Lilith before, and so I wanted to do some research. I was like, why isn't she mentioned in other text and things like that? And I've seen a lot of people talk about her lately, so I'm kind of wondering if it's cropping up as a sort of, like, everybody's, like, spending more time at home reading and all of that. So now we're having, like, larger interests.
It's very, very interesting about Hollywood. I'm going to say something controversial. I sort of wish we had a 2CP map today.
Jack, shut your mouth.
It's fun in a final though, because then you can get a draw and it just keeps on going.
Oh, a 2CP, and what? You know, I'm gonna layer onto that. It should be Temple of Anubis. Oh, that hurt to say.
I have a different map that I would choose, just because I have a strategy on the map that I would pick. That would be Volskaya Industries, because I would like to use
the
Flaming Bone.
Oh, I remember you mentioning
I'm sorry?
the Flaming Bone. You mentioned this movie before, I just forgot what it is.
You'll if I play next season in Season 5, and if you two are able to cast a game of mine, you'll see what I mean when I say Flaming Bone.
I'm scared. I thought he was going to say Hanamori because he wanted to do the Symmetra Wall of Death that he likes to talk about.
No, I want to see that, but I'm not good enough to pull that off. I will say, though, the Flaming Bone does involve a Bastion, so you would get your Bastion in action for that game.
I would be thrilled.
Yeah, you don't normally see Bastion in normal maps apart from 2CP, sadly. Alright, okay, so both teams are ready and we're going to go into map 4. And the potential match point, because just let me check the servers one more time, because we should be back on NA.
Match point? This is going to be, you know, Crimson Dragons is known to be a 5-map team, so I think we're going to probably end up getting all 5 and then maybe a 6 today. I don't think they're done.
It's my sort of team, not 5 team. Because some people may know me, because there's always saying that every team I'm on is a map 5 team. Because
you know, Jack just loves the drama.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Because we don't always get to map 5, but I'm unbeaten on map 5. So, sometimes.
The only way we could get to a map 6 tonight is if this map ended in a draw.
That
would be something to say.
It could very easily end in a draw. Well, I'd say it easily. It's a bold statement, saying easily. I have seen it before though.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so we see Cowan on the D.Va. I'm just doing casters curses all over because like I freeze Bean and they take Bean out. Like, what's that about?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh man.
I have not phrased that D.Va all night. I finally phrased them. And Odin's chosen just like, nah, we're not having this.
Despite our differences, I do respect.
Alright, oh, looks like we're gonna get a Symmetra out of Pain and May out of Wonderful. So they might have a little roof plan going on here.
I'm gonna watch Pain actually, with his very colourful symmetry actually. What a paint going on there.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Online.
Ah no, that's just a fast TP out.
Okay, I was scared.
Oh, we're Doomfist. This is even more fun. I'm gonna watch the Doomfist. Okay, Pain is probably wishing I'm not watching the Doomfist, because this wall out is not working. I'll tell you who is working though, Wonderful. Very good combo the Doomfist made, because you create more walls for the Doomfist. Yeah, but there's the MVP of Pullet there. Getting a kill.
Yep. They're gonna get Twisted Pork out of here, and they're gonna clutch like first roll. That's pretty decent from them.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see Sneaky Turtle on tank, to be honest. But, you know, because you know more about Crimson than me.
objective lost.
He's a surprise tank. His DPS is good, but his tank will surprise you for sure.
Yeah, like, you know, because does he play D.Va, or is he just one of those Zarya players who plays Zarya, they don't particular DPS men? As most Zaryas are. Okay. Okay, so Pain has went to the Soldier because it's harder to get value on Doomfist. And we see Odin's chosen, they control the high ground, they choose the job. He does take Zarya with the Shatter, but unable to punish it, as Window is used by Kitten. That was...
Couple of strong ultimates here, but Cause might get out, but they might try to roll up on Cause here, but there's Moira ultimate instead.
We're big Deadeye up top, but it gets off. My ult is new.
Wonderful, evening it out here.
What he does best. Because it feels like he has Mayo and cooldown at times. Kelso Kitty is in a lot of danger here. I think it's really hard for Zen to get value into that heavy Sour Ball.
Yeah, I agree with the May kind of like slowing everybody down, and Zen's not quite as fast as everybody else. You know, personally, he's going to spend a lot of time getting dragged by the May, so there might be a time for a change. Like a Moira would be super useful.
Well, this is a hell of a push off Crimson. Because they're really wanting that map first. Because as we see a wonderful grab of Sneaky Turtle, before she's comboed with the Visor of Pain. Twisted Pork is on this Widow again. I'm a little bit shocked that they're playing Widow against a full Brawl team. Well, Soldier's not Brawl, but, you know. Because Butterfly does have Visor, so let's have a watch of Butterfly. He's looking for this Visor. Even Bomb is moved by Cowan. It keeps everyone up though, and what's the shield. Wonderful out sniper. That is a big shadow door, of course.
It looks like the momentum from the Crimson Dragons are going to be slowed down right here. But they might be back with a vengeance. They do have some strong ultimates online.
If Zarya can get out, would be big, but Butterfly does not want this to happen. That is fantastic. That's fantastic here of Naughty Duo to keep that Zarya with you. Okay, Wonderful does have Mail back online though.
Yeah, and he's been known to kind of push up and get a little bossy and toss it in when they're, you know, like they're closest to him, and It always seems to pay off that way.
Well, there's nothing to eat it on the other side. There's no answer to it. This could be the full card. 4 lessons is news. Tail just kills Varia outright. His Shatter is moved by Joker. Pain loses Visor. Varia is moved by
Oh,
PK7.
Pain goes around the left side and just cleans up.
A 3 minute
Time on the clock.
3 minute 35 time on the clock. That is a hell of a time. Man.
Score.
I think I made one of the overkill with that brewing pot.
Darn it, Chaos!
Initiating match.
It's alright.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
be here all night.
Yeah, well, like, because these are what of cats, and even a black cat here, so the witch's power is going to go up.
Oh my god. This is too much. I knew it was too much when... Oh no, when we started counting them. Enter 3s, a power of 3s? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's,
Ready for battle.
But I think Crimson had good momentum, like, all through that map. They didn't seem to slow down a little bit, because Wonderful is, like, playing like a tank, just in the front line, like, right next to the Reinhardt, just scarily beside him.
she is pretty much a tank, though. She's what I call the hybrid war, because, like, Brigitte is, like, the support hybrid tank. Really hard to deal with, because I'm interested to see what Odin's chosen to do, because it looks like their answer to this is use to one out of his Reaper.
5, 4, 3,
I do have to say, whatever happens,
1.
I do think Wonderful is my MVP of the tier 2 playoffs. Every game I've watched him play, he's just done this.
I guess they're gonna meet them right up top. Pain gets 2, Donnie gets a 3rd. They're done. They can drop down. Like, they can steadily hold them here.
We've been showing in though, he wants us that too. This is hard, just pushing him. Wonderful might get punished here, I don't know, he's the right foot right, Crystal Time. I have to give it to PK7 on the Lucio, because they do a fantastic job. Because of pushing forward, because of Wonderful and Naughty Joker.
Yeah, I'm glad they went with double shield here to kind of extend their longevity on this, you know, holding them, so it's really interesting to see.
They just don't want to mess with the show. Oh, Naughty Joker could be in trouble. The turrets of Doom just put him down. Okay, because of Odin's chosen just clean up.
Oh, yeah, it looks like they're gonna stagger Sneaky Turtle. It's gonna be...
I don't know about that sort of thing. Alright, but Sneaky Turtle does have Supercharger and Pain does have... Oh, they've gave up Supercharger. Because you don't normally see that in tier 2, because you normally see tier 2 and even tier 3 players just super commit to their ult, even if the heroes don't blow. Because those turrets of Butterfly are causing a nuisance to Naughty Joker in particular. Okay, because Claus does have a shatter, because let's see if he can bait them into his loom and send them panic. Crimson Dragons are not following the turret though, because they're a very smart team. Here's Wonderful with the nail. Mr. Wall is new to try and close it off. Shatter is used by
Claus gets off a shatter, but it's it's just looking like a beat Reinhardt fight, window fight, shatter fight.
That's the big shatter. Because like I think there's a word for that way. It's called a triangle fight in PlayStation. Just everyone smashes triangles. But it was big for Crimson. It was big for Crimson Dragons because they did use all their ults, and Odin Chosen do have rather than Reaper ult online still. But just taking time off that clock is sort of another fantastic Ice War move. In the Windblaze move. Big fire strike through the window because of the double kill and grab his moves to kill it. It's been back and forth all night with this. Alright, because Pain is on the high ground by himself. He's now trying to do the long rotation, but he's getting hunted. Twisted Pork is once him dead. He baits him in and flashes him though to ensure the kill. He is the assassin in the back line. Here's Wendell.
Oh, we got Wender out here. Pain kind of getting back there again, but Karen's kind of right on top of him.
Yeah, because they're going to try and push to punish Cowan here. Pain kills Page. This is not one with Odin's chosen. Because even if they do full cap, because their time bank is going to be so much worse than Crimson already. Alright, Twisted Pork is so good as lethal. He's looking for a spot to lose it. They do see him on the high ground though. Okay, did Wonderful get shattered? Sneaky turtle loses last.
Whoa. Twisted Pork didn't find anybody, but Cause does at least get one, but
Yeah.
I think Crimson's gonna be pretty stable here if they can get back. Oh!
I disagree. They're just pushing into that Zarya. This should be the cap if they just push forward and up no weapon to it. But Pain, if he goes to Pain, he's looking for that Deadeye on the side. He's not able to talk to it. It could have been a fantastic set play from Crimson. Could have been fantastic set play from Crimson there because Pain was able to get the Deadeye on the side, but he had to try and touch it over. Right, okay, because Cameron comes up to the drop of their own now. He used his shatter. I don't know if he got anyone, but Wonderful got him. Wonderful's moving up. And that's going to be a big Saga Hill and Cowan who loses all their charge, but they do still have that. But more importantly, Wonderful is yet again got it. This is going to be a hard shot to get for Richmond though.
Yeah, Odin's Chosen does have spawn, so Crimson's gonna want to play this very carefully.
So his news is Wonderful going to lose the mail, counting it? No, he decides to save it for the next fight. Smart play. Because that was a nice combo of Calico Kitty and Cowan there though. I don't know what happened there because everyone went purple on Odin's Chosen's flame. On Odin's Chosen's side, but there's no armor. Mail is new, Soundberry is new. Everyone gets out of the mail apart from Ford, so he's left to die. Main tank life. Wonderful cleans up, and Odin's Chosen are on the retreat. Crimson Jaggers have still got fields online though, because compared to Odin's Chosen, they only have beat someone online anyway. Because I'm expecting to see an early grab of Sneaky Turtle. Because possibly comboed with Pain, because he was looking for a Deadeye from the top. Yep, here comes the Deadeye. He gets a lot of value Pain because of these sneaky ults.
If I've been counting correctly, this is maybe Pain's 4th or 5th Deadeye.
Yeah, he's definitely getting value because with 40 seconds on the clock. With 40 seconds on the clock, it's not looking good for Odin's Chosen. Because Crimson Dragons have still got Window, Glav, and Charlie. This is final fight territory, so there's a very decent chance they're going to back down.
Yeah, Pain takes out Twisted Pork almost immediately, so they're going to have to do this push without him.
Yeah, surprise is a big loss for them. Naughty Joker is looking for the shatter. Down by your move by... Oh, that's a big dragon up butterfly. I did not notice that. Twisted Pork is back. No way, face on the top.
What an incredible push here. They're gonna make it, but Crimson Dragons is gonna have 3 minutes, and Odin's gets no time here.
Oh no, it's like, it might happen. We might see the Hollywood show.
Score.
Dang it! I knew it!
I'm open. I'm brewing for that. Sorry.
It's coming under the door now, Chaos. Control your pot, please. Put the lid on it.
Well,
I don't
Well,
think
you
this
guys
is gonna
said
be
you wanted a long game for tonight, so I'm doing what you asked me to.
You know, I think you know what's happening? He's monkey pawing us right now.
Yeah, he's definitely
I'm what?
I asked for a long game, but what he's going to give us is a long and exciting game, so I need my inhaler. This is too much chaos.
Yeah, it has been a long game because we are approaching the 2-hour mark, but it's been fun all over. Yeah, like, I don't think this is going to be a job because a 3-minute 30 hold on Hollywood is going to be really hard.
They're going to need to strategically plan about how they think this is going to look, because it's going to be hard for them to make changes because Spawn is so far and Crimson is much closer.
It's the wonderful fact
You
that it's gonna
underestimate
be a
the strength of the brewing pot.
I'm interested in seeing how Butterfly and Karen may be trying to have some ideas for a Grav Dragon here to kind of keep sticking it to him, but they're going to have to build it pretty quickly.
It's the same idea for Crimson Dragons though, because you might be hoping to win off their names here. This is just going to be painful. That was like a miscommunication. Oh, okay, Butterfly just flew away like a butterfly. Good lord, that was he went flying. Yep, this is...
They're gonna have to play careful here. They can maybe stabilize,
this
but
is
Wonderful's messing it up.
Yeah, Wonderful just does what Wonderful does. No respect for the... He has no respect for the pot, Wonderful. And... that
Smells like a map 5.
Yep. What's the map 5 again, did you say? Is it Lee Jang?
Wow. Incredible!
Yeah.
Lijiang Tower, here we go, boys.
What's the ping? Does anyone know for that?
That's EU ping.
Oh.
Play of the game.
Oh wow, because they won the double coin flip.
Huge dragon right there.
Yeah. Been doing work all night, Butterfly. I mean, everyone has, to be honest. This has just been a great game.
Huge, like, we're also getting some love in the chat for PK, who was doing great on support in these couple of rounds for Hollywood here.
Oh yes, he really was, because I said it earlier, but he really knows how to set the tempo for the Weinhardt and the May to get aggressive. Because I have huge respect for that as a Lucio main myself, because his sound barriers are always on point to keep his team in fights also. Yeah, I could swap sides, but honestly, what's the point?
It's for the little, the feeling that you get when you see all the little cards flip, like, you know, if you're really into that.
I am sort of into that, like, but I'm not into the feeling of changing spectators.
Ooh, yeah. You know, I wonder why it's not a feature that it just changes when you flip the original set.
Where's... Okay,
But
who is Plingle?
Who is who now?
Flingle? There's someone for Odin's Jaws, I'm not sure who, I will ask them. Okay, so Black Cat is coming back in to maybe serve the pot themselves.
Is Pringle not Shinji?
I don't think so. I will check with Odin's Chosen. Even though I am
It all comes down to this. I got us here.
Oh man, this is gonna be like... It's gonna be like, if Crimson walks away, we're gonna have to do this again next week.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
want that though.
I
think you want that.
I'm not pulling next one.
You're gonna not cast the next one. We're just gonna make Chaos do it since he knows everything.
Yeah, so we'll cast it. We don't have to cast it. He'll just say who wins. We just go home.
Yeah, just
But
like
what if I? But what
I
if I
agree.
stir the pot and I make you come to next week if we have one?
Yeah, I'm selling a problem.
You know what? I'm just gonna go stand in the middle of the woods. Good luck.
I don't think we have a next week. I am backing my old dog. I think Odin's are gonna pull this out.
Oh, Pringle is Karen.
It is EU ping, so they have one on every EU pinged map, and Crimson has one on every NA map.
Yeah, that's just the ping well. I should really know who that is, considering I'm pretty sure that they're a mod. Because I think they also used to be in charge of casting.
Uh oh. Jack, you're trying to get us fired.
I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me.
So we're going into like the last setup here. I'm interested in seeing if Crimson makes any changes because it looks like Odin is making some changes, but I think Crimson's gonna stick with what works.
I'm expecting Turtle to maybe go on DPS. Because I think they might take actually, it's a good map. Maybe they won't take Wonderful out. I wouldn't take Wonderful out.
No, you want him in there. You don't want to take the All-Star out of the game tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, I did say this before, though, because every game I've casted a Wonderful, he has won. Because every game I did not cast, he lost. So...
Uh-oh. So, looks like you may have to come back next week if they want to win.
Yeah, well, we'll see how much they pay me.
You're getting paid?
No, not yet.
I like your enthusiasm with the yet, though. Keep me posted, Jack.
PK...
Not yet, he says.
Oh,
Hey, I don't get paid for my work brewing my pot.
Wait.
Look. You got into witchcraft all by yourself, okay? That's a self-funded hobby, okay? We're just grifting off of your skills.
Oh, wait a second. Blank's here. How long has Blank been here?
Blank.
I think Blank just entered because that slot was empty when I checked a couple seconds ago.
Ooh, I know Blank.
Yeah, I know
Oh?
Blank.
I know his playstyle.
Yeah, he fled in tier 3, didn't he? I can't remember what team he fled.
With Blank now in the mix, I think the tides have shifted over to Crimson's favor.
What colour Crimson? Oh yeah, the Crimson.
Oh, PK needs to go to...
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna get 2 minutes in between added here because Odin's calling for 2 minutes before starting, but
Yeah,
for
fine.
people who are just joining, like, what information do we have for them?
Right now, it's currently tied up 2-2. We've played all 4 maps. We're heading into the 5th map now. The maps tonight were, let's see, let me pull them up real quick. We started off on Ilios, where Odin's Chosen picked up the victory on that one. Then we headed to Dorado, where Crimson Dragons won that map. We switched over to Numbani for map 3. Odin's walked away with that win. Then last map we were on Hollywood, where Crimson walked away with the victory on that one. So now we're heading to our second control point of the map, Lijiang Tower, to decide a winner.
Yep, because it's been a hell of a night so far. Because I'd recommend everyone to watch the new Banny map in particular, because they only wanted to watch one map from this series. That was a very long map, very back and forth.
Yeah, that went to 6 and 3
Yeah,
on
6 and 3.
Numbani. I don't know, control points can also last a long time too if they're stalled correctly. I've seen some control points last longer than 20 minutes.
I think especially on Lijiang, if you see a Symmetro, Lucio, just be prepared that you're going to watch them contest as they scroll along the top.
Actually, you know tank we haven't seen tonight, and I think we're going to see him here? Hammond.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you were going to say the Roadhog.
You do love the Warthog.
Well, I did say we haven't seen Roadhog tonight, but I do think because of Hammond's ability to stall more effectively than Roadhog, we might see him come in instead.
Oh yeah, especially on two of the points to have a big pole in the middle to spin on.
Yeah, Roadhog to me is more effective in terms of his ultimate on very close quarters maps like Ilios, especially on that second point where it's very closed in. If Roadhog pops an ultimate right in there, that's just doomsday for the other team if they're all locked in there. Like if Wonderful was to put up a wall in there and keep them locked inside, Roadhog could just pin them up against that wall and murder them all. Actually, I might have just given them an idea.
Yeah, well, because they shouldn't be watching the stream, so.
Yeah, if you use this idea, we're gonna know.
Yeah, the
Okay.
banana. Yeah, like we have no power to do anything.
We'll just shame you in the general chat. You know. Be passive aggressive.
Alright then, here we go for this map 5 tiebreaker in this maybe final.
I'm gonna say that Crimson's gonna clutch this.
I think Odin's gonna clutch it. I am gonna support my old dog. I may not be in it anymore, but
You know, you make me feel bad because I was in there too. I'm doing that, Jack.
because yeah, no, we used to like be involved with Crimson Dragons also. So
I know, I'm feeling a little. I want to see them make it. It's been a long
sorry, Jack,
season.
but I gotta take light side on this one. I think we'll see week 2 of the finals.
Yeah, and at that point, Jack, you get your own witch.
yeah, I would not have took out Park. I have no idea what Cameron plays though. Because
Is Karen playing? Oh, Junkrat.
yeah, oh I think she played map 2 actually on DPS.
Alright, this Symmetra Lucio. Oh, they're kind of matching each other. Both Symmetras, 2 Lucios, 2 Baptistes, 2 Rhines, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree.
It's a very different in style with the Junkrat and May because one is very fast aggression and May is very slow the play down and just kill them slowly with the ice.
Round 1.
But
Capture.
I do like Crimson's comp better. I think the Zarya will get more value.
Oh, they're setting up at the same time! It's about to be so scary!
Oh, Karen with a big kill on the Lucio, no?
It looks like they're taking Bean here very quickly, out of mech already, and down.
Naughty Joker goes down also, though. Oh, Kane goes down to Cowan. It just came off. This is very back and forth. But it looks like Crimson are going to take the fight. I sort of want to change my prediction.
Oh, I was watching from the front, and you could see both teleporters go up at exactly the same time, but the Crimson edged it out with the first kill there. Well, Karen ended up getting the first pick, but Crimson kind of edged it out there, like more sustainable.
Yep. It's just the difference with having a Zarya, really. It's just a lot more damage than the dealer.
Yeah, like double beam is just like asking to get
Yeah.
like roasted, like at direct contact, like as close as far as possible.
Okay, because Calico Kitties went Moira because they clearly feel they need more healing and Beaners went to the Zarya. I just think this is too late though. I think it's too late because Crimson have already got the momentum and the ults.
They're probably going to end up betting strongly on this tire, and Baptiste wanted to kind of siphon the point for them, so it looks like they're probably just going to cycle in and try and get some picks through it.
Agreed. Take TP is down by Talon. Nail is news. Doesn't get a lot of value though, as Thor's just charging into it anyway. That's a hoop chatter though.
Oh, a long tire. Oh, gets two.
That was really nice play off Cause and the Lionheart there. That shatter just wouldn't win the fight. Yeah, but Sneaky Turtle always pulling back with a glove. And they do have windows, so it's gonna be a bit tough. It's gonna be a tough one, Jordan. Are they gonna find TP on again? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, Bean has been caught in the wall. Just get out there. This looks weird, the twist boss wall. Just waiting for this grab. Butterfly does kill Kane. Grab is new. 4 weapons will keep them up there. Big counter then.
Oh, the Reinhardts! Oh, the Reinhardts!
Oh, the shatter's big!
Huge shatter!
Well, it's not
Will it
enough.
pay off though?
No, it's just the full damage of Cowan on Junkrat. It's too much. We see Pain now on the far left. Because Butterfly is gave up the sim to go soldier to counter the far. Because very fast swaps of both teams. You don't normally, I don't normally see this in tier 2, like, just swapped into adapt so fast. It just speaks highly of the caliber of both teams. Corzen's got Shatter again. And he kills Pain. The window is big though. Oh, what a king and kittens though, as Cowan kills Joker with the far. When the board moved to Mayo, I don't know if that was the best idea. It looks like Odin shows and might take this as Pain gets counter charge. Nope, that's it. Because Odin shows and it took the first round.
That was very close.
Impressive comeback. I have to give a big clap to Cowan though. Because their Junkrat flare really turned that round in a lot of team fights because I thought Odin were gonna lose.
Yeah, Karen was really solid on the Junkrat. You see at the end, she also had a tire for then too, so even if they had touched, it would have been a little...
This is another really good Junkrat map, because as we see Pain matching it now. I don't really like the symmetry as much on this map, but I'm wondering if this is just to TP out of spawn and swap. We do see Calco Kitty on the Zenyatta. I think this is a comfort pick for them, because this is the 4th time they've picked Zen tonight. No, we are seeing the symmetry though. Sneaky Turtle goes down to the headshot of his Zen. Butterfly goes down to Naughty Joker. Naughty Joker kills King. Falls kills Wonderful. Cowan kills White. Cowan again with a big triple kill. Impressive Junkrat player.
I don't think Karen is to be messed with, and I think they have to kind of strategize that Karen's their biggest problem here.
Oh yeah, like I did criticise the diva of B. I did criticise the diva pick by Bean on the first fight, but I'm starting to think Crimson might need a diva.
You just eat a little bit of that extra damage.
Yeah, it's a great counter to me as well actually, because the amount of damage it outputs and the way it walls. This is just the Cowan show at the moment. He did not like me saying that, did he? He just told that there was a pack triples as well. Sneaky Turtle has now entered Sigma. I think Sigma's a good pick actually to stop the jump run. I'm gonna watch Cowan though because they have got Kaya online. So does Pain actually. I'm gonna. We do see the rotation here of Crimson Dragon. It's going to be all about the tyres of both teams. If Calco Kitty goes down, Pain loses his own tyre. That's a big kill off Pain. Oh, they are turning this. That Odin though. That is a huge shatter off course. I did not think they would turn that round until he left that tyre. This is really starting to look bad for Crimson. Because they have no ults on the line there. They have no ults on the line, and Calco Kitty's got Transcendence. Because which is the best support in the game.
Yeah, I thought they only have 10 seconds to kind of go here, and they're gonna have to make some really big choices fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be on blank with the beat. He just do the beat. Right. Is Naughty Joker gonna get a big shatter and turn this round?
And if Winder can get off the mail, they'll stabilize here.
Butterfly's turned it around. Butterfly's, yeah, probably not turned it around. Yeah. Okay, Wonderful's got his ult online. Cowgirl Kitty kills Wonderful. Claws goes down, Sneaky Turtle kills Cowgirl Kitty. Cowan's T is still getting killed. Kills both supports. Because Knight's dodging a lot. This could be bad for Crimson. This could be bad for Crimson because they are down both supports. And that's no starting the signal coming online.
I'm a little nervous that they gotta like hold this with like zero flexibility on the time bank.
Yeah, like against this Tyre might be big talent. This could be title winning. It takes out the Sigma. Kane loses his own Tyre. It gets killed by Cause. Wonderful kills Talon. Shatter his news. That could be it. I think Cause has done it without Shatter. I don't.
Are we looking at the end?
Yeah. Once
I don't think they can make it.
Gets melted down now.
Oh. Whoa.
And there we have it. Because your Tier 2 Season 4 winners are Odin's Chosen. Because we went the whole season unbeaten. Fantastic effort by them. Because a big shout out to Callan, who was the MVP of that crucial map for the Devon back first. Oh, double kills. Yeah, like, I would ask for interviews, but I know that Odin's chosen at EU, so I don't have to want me to do them. I will ask though.
That was something. We got to the map 5 like I wanted, but we're not gonna get to next week. But I'm just very satisfied, kind of, with the way this turned out.
Yeah, I am the new witch now. My prediction came true. You all doubted
Resident
Odin?
wishes. It's exactly what I want.
Well, I guess I lost my title.
Fire.
Fire.
Oh well.
I do have to
it was
give
fun
it.
while it lasted.
Do have to give it to Crimson Dragons though, because they put up a fantastic effort in the playoffs.
You know, they said we've seen it all season. They are a map 5 team, and what do we get? A map 5.
Yeah, but it just was not their map 5 for once. Because it is a little bit sad though, because first time I watched Crimson in these playoffs, because they won a map 5 and they then tied one reverse sweep, so it is semi-fitting, I guess, because they go out on a map 5. But, you know, because who would fight the Crimson Dragons? Because they easily could have won this tonight.
Yeah, I think like breaking out Wonderful is like breaking out like the champagne. You're like, all right, now we're really gonna have a good time when Wonder gets broken out. And so he did like everything he possibly could do on May. We had great supports from both sides. The very rare tank from Sneaky Turtle there. So they were really kind of changing it up on Odin's, who probably knew what to expect from them. And so I'm thinking that's how we got to map 5 for sure.
Oh, yes, I agree. I agree. I have to give it to Claws and Bean though, because their tank flare all night, because the both of them was just impeccable. Because especially Claws, because ending it with what I think was a 4-man shatter there to win them the title, because that's what you want your main tank to do, to lead the line and lead them to victory. I'm waiting to see if they want interviews.
I think we're gonna get one.
Can't discount the supports though, Jack.
Oh no!
Remember, we gotta give them their credit as well.
Oh yes, because
yeah,
the support for all night is fantastic.
Calico Kitty coming in with the Zenyatta ults and the Transcendence to save them multiple times was crucial, keeping them in those team fights, not just on Lijiang Tower, but on the other maps as well. I think it was Numbani where we saw Zenyatta, or it was Hollywood. I forget which one.
I think it was. I think we saw it on Delado as well, but I think they tried it on a couple of different maps. Zenyatta. It wasn't always able to get value, but it definitely did on Lijiang.
Yeah, we saw Calico go Zenyatta on Numbani. I remember now.
Yeah.
It was on Numbani.
Yeah.
I still don't know about Hollywood, but I know at least 2 of those maps we saw.
Yeah,
Zen brought into play.
They definitely did it on Delado. I know that. I can't remember Hollywood. Oh, they want 4 people interviews. Okay.
Yeah, give us let's do. I want like a full house in here. I'm trying to hear from all the sides.
I know they've changed it to 3. Oh, wait, okay. So, no,
Oh,
they changed it
4.
to
Yes.
I don't think we can fit 4 into a group.
Can we? I think that's our max if it's with the. Oh,
Yeah, we have.
we do match chat.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to do a match. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, do I remember how to do match chat?
We're in spectators. I'll move us over.
Okay.
I'll just put us on Crimson's team.
Oh yeah, second. See, we'll be second place and third place, and oh man, we'll be all the places.
I'm just gonna take Crimson all the way out, just in case someone interested in it. I'm not saying they will, but
Yeah.
you can never be too careful. Alright, okay, so let's all leave the group and go to match chat. Which
All right. See you there.
Which I don't have turned on apparently. Give me a second.
Okay. I can't go.
Yeah, I need to turn it on, I think.
Thank God my thing worked this time. It didn't glitch out.
Alright,
Magic is working.
It should be working. Right, okay, because...
Oh yeah, it's up.
Black Cat Pin.
Cool. Jack is in.
Oh yeah, I need to move Shin over.
Yeah, Shin.
Okay.
Hello.
Move Shin in as their manager and captain, I would imagine.
Don't all the shins know each other?
Well, we were part of the same org,
Do all
so...
the
Black Cat, Paige, Kelko, is that everyone that's here? Black Cat. Oh, no, I need Paige in. Yeah, I do apologise for people watching. We don't normally do interviews like this, but you know. So
Something different for something special tonight.
yeah, so Black Cat, Paige, Kelko, and my namesake, Owen. Alright then, so let's start this interview, because how does it feel to be the winners of Tier 2?
Yeah. Woo.
Oh, amazing. Honestly, can't describe. Like, I'm shaking.
Same. Smiling easy, yeah.
It's really the fact that we won without getting defeated even once. Like, it's just wow. How did we do that?
Yeah, it's a hell of a achievement, because my own team did it through the league, but then we really fell off in playoffs. So I know from experience it's really hard to keep up the consistency. But your team did it, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
I feel like we were underestimated as well. So it feels like
a
a
lot
bigger
of teams
achievement.
Are just, like, yeah, they really like they were like, oh, it's just Odin's chosen. They're good, but I think we can defeat them. Like, it's never like we should prepare ourselves for them. I don't think I've ever seen a team really do that against us so far.
Mhm. Yeah, no, like from us casting, like from our side, we were like, Odin's Chosen is not like, I can't swear because this is a children's channel, but they were not effing around. And you guys like coming super strong, like all the way to the end. So I was like, I knew like you guys were not going to be playing with your food today, but Crimson was giving you guys a little bit of a hard time. So like, how did you guys kind of plan for when they started to have a little bit of that comeback on the second half?
We definitely did have a hard time with the switches around they made, because like we didn't really know how to counter that. at first, but I think we did a pretty good job at the end of like figuring out what to do and just bouncing back.
Mhm.
And let's all be honest, the ping really messes with all of us.
Right.
Listen,
Agreed.
that's why you practice on ping, so ping isn't an issue. But it was an issue
Very
today,
true.
obviously.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I was having issues joining.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's fine.
welcome.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Because enjoy your moment. You built this team, and it succeeded.
It was one of the worst
Honestly,
decisions that I've ever made, but came up with a happy result.
Shin really the MVP for this one though, because he got us that coin
that
flip
coin toss.
win. Yeah, that was just.
It is very vital, the coin toss, because I know from experience myself, the map 5
yeah.
ping is what you need.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wanted to give like a big ups to Crimson because they were like so
definitely.
good.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Honest to God, like
It was
unbelievable.
a challenge.
I didn't even play today, and I was like, heart was in my chest and my arms were heavy. Oh my God.
Yeah, mom's spaghetti and everything.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god, well, like, you guys, like, this is solid win, like, undefeated the whole season, like,
Yeah.
absolute maniacs, like...
It's Hall of Fame worthy, to be honest, because if I was in charge of IOWL, because I would do something special for you. Because it's just not easy to go and beat an entire season. The level of consistency you need to bring in game after game, because especially facing mostly teams that are not your own region, because I know a lot of you are EU also, so you have to say it's way night games.
It's more of a struggle for the and I give another big respect to all the like Asian region players that we've got on the team, like Calico. Like they're up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
I could not do that because like 3 or 4 is my limit.
I count myself lucky when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, Jack, even though being a part of the podcast and the video team as well, we may be able to pull something out of our pockets to do something special for
I hope so.
The undefeated team this season. So I'll talk with the rest of the video team and see what we can work out for this. Since we have a lot of projects in motion. Since I'm at the head of the podcast department, but not the video team. So we'll see what we can come up with, and hopefully maybe during the off season, before season 5 starts, we'll have something posted online to honor what you guys pulled off this season.
Oh yeah.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
I do have a question actually, because what are your plans for next season then? Are you going to come back?
The current plans I have for next season is I want to split Odin's into 2 teams. One team's going to go up to tier 3, and the other team's going to go into tier 2.
Okay.
We'll be building.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm looking forward to facing one of your teams in tier 3 next season then. And I'm also hoping you can pull off the title.
That's the plans, whether it actually happens, entirely different story.
Yeah, it'll work out, I believe.
I hope so. I hope we can build on maybe dominating 2 divisions instead of 1 division next season. Listen, okay.
I love it.
I have waited 4 seasons to have this role, okay? I'm just really happy for that. Here comes people like Calico coming in, and Cal's coming in first time. Hey, we won. Me, just desperate. 4 seasons.
Yeah, the season.
Please,
sir.
Please, sir, give me, please.
Yeah, it's all.
Please, can I have some more wins?
Yeah, it's been 3 seasons for me. I can't crack the first. So big credit to you all yet again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Can we get a peek into the? If you're splitting the team, are you going to be Odin's double chosen, or can we get a peek on the new name?
We haven't got a new name. Well, they have the tier 3 people have an immature name at the minute. I don't
immature name? What do you mean? We're totally.
I don't think they're gonna go with it.
Oh God, we'll see.
The belief in us is like unmatched.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, like congratulations to you guys. Do you guys plan to like continue to stick? Well, I mean the holidays are coming, so obviously you want some rest after working through a whole season. But you guys going to like Disney World, or what are you doing after this? What is the plan after?
Well, I've got work in like 2 hours, so that's lovely.
It's a bit of a turn down after winning a title, going to work in 2 hours.
She's going to work a champion though, okay?
Yeah,
that's a good plan.
I gotta go to work and just tell everybody you're looking at champion now.
I'm also going to go to a family do, so I'll be telling them about that.
Game-wise, I think we're just all gonna have a big break from Overwatch.
Oh, deleting Overwatch.
Oh yeah, there's like a 2-month break, I think.
Respect.
Nah.
I'm a busy girl. I'm a busy girl.
Exactly. Me personally, a new Borderlands 3 DLC came out. I need to abuse the game again, so that'll be me for like a month.
I respect it.
I just want to ask: Am I the only Xbox player in here? Is everybody here play PS4?
Probably.
PS4.
PS5.
PS4, yeah, PS5, superiority out here.
Yeah.
PS4.
Yeah.
Rude.
Not many have the PS5. The things out of stock.
I still don't believe the PS5's real, to be honest.
Nah.
It's been a year since it's out.
It's not real in England, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
It's a myth here.
But you know what is real in England? The
What
Xbox.
you say it?
PS4 leap.
Well, I should say it.
Bye.
But the Xbox people have their place in society, just like the monsters in stories.
Wow.
Same thing. I'm joking. Nobody come at me in the general chat later, please. I didn't mean that.
It is all
That's
to your
to me,
right.
right?
As Joe would say, reported of being toxic.
Well, like it's you
But
getting reported.
you'll have to see what me and my crew has in store, since we're pure Xbox all the way. None of us are PlayStation fanboys like yourselves, so.
Chaos, you can't even talk to me right away when you come in, so please.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
I just want to say something. I want to say a big thank you to Paige. She introduced me to this team earlier on this year, and I've had the most fun ever. They've been amazing, this team. I've had so much fun. And I actually cried a bit earlier.
Aww. Congratulations,
awesome.
you guys. Like, any shout outs or, good luck for the whole team, like team hug, whatever you guys need to do.
I'd like to shout out myself.
Respect.
I love it. I love the
I want to
confidence.
shout out the whole team. I want to shout out the whole team for sticking it through in the end. Even the people who have come and gone. Just thank you for being a part of it.
I can't wait for next weekend. We're having a little get together in England, and I can't wait. I'm definitely buying you a drink, Dakota.
Wow.
Wow,
just be ignored.
Paige.
Just Dakota. Yeah.
Not Shin, not Shin.
No,
Shin
Shin,
throwing.
no.
Everybody
Okay.
listening. I can't help it.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's all from me. Like, it was a pleasure, like, casting for you guys and watching you guys grow and change and killer. We're almost done with the season. Killer shit, okay? It was amazing. And,
banned.
I'm gonna get banned for this, but, I have to express myself in the best way I know how, just to swear just a little bit. But
You
that's all
wouldn't
from
blame.
me. Yeah. Oh my god, but congratulations,
Yeah,
guys.
it's
Like,
your-
super solid.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back next season to cast as well, so you'll see us again.
It's
all
gonna be-
three of us and a few more.
It's going to be big changes next season. I'm hoping for, because actually casting more league games, because the playoffs has went really well with casting, and I'm hoping we can carry this on into next season
Yeah,
also.
I've noticed it's been like more active during the playoffs. It's been really good to watch and listen.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch this stream once I'm like free.
It's exciting to watch, especially that new Banny game. You really pulled out a new Banny, by the way. that was
Oh,
that was a victory.
honestly, crying from the sidelines.
My cheeks hurt from like screaming and smiling.
Like top left, Moira! You're like screaming.
100
Honestly,
expect.
yeah.
100
That
expected
May was
the police to
always
knock
on,
on the
like-
door in about 10 minutes.
I'm
Got noise
expecting my
complaints.
parents to be
I know
knocking
that.
on my door, be like,
I-
"Why the hell are you screaming at 6 a.m.?" Like,
Like, you can't yell at me. I'm a champion now, please.
Yeah.
right?
Just go wherever you're going.
Get into my level before you try to at me. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be tall, this tall to ride this ride. Thank you. Moving on, but I think like Jack, Chaos, anything else, or I think we can go out.
Well, like there's
I
one
think
more
we've covered
thing.
everything for this evening.
I think there's two more things we need to cover because we need to talk about the other two finals that are coming up this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Let me pull that up real quick. Where is it? It's in here somewhere.
Because I think we have T1 left, right?
It's
T1 and Tier 3. So
Yeah.
currently the next game up is Tier 3 is first this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, which I will be casting that, and maybe one or two others will join me, but so far I'm the only one casting that game, so you guys got to step it up and help me. The next game after that is the same day, Sunday, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Blank versus Ohana Vipers. That's at 6. I'm not sure if I'll make it to that game in time. If I'm still casting the Tier 3 game, which is Night Owls versus Royalty Kings, I might make it after you guys start the Tier 1 game. So we'll see how that plays out. If it's as long as this game was tonight, I may show up a little late for that game, but we'll see what happens. So the last two games are for Sunday. We're still waiting on Tier 5,
Yeah,
but they have an
like, Tier 5 's
extension
weird.
going on. Yeah, Tier 5, they need a few extra days to work out a time to play. So they're still not announced just yet, but we have Tier 1 and 3 ready to go. We don't have a Tier 4 this season. That ended, so we're just waiting on Tier 5. Once we have that, we'll have every game lined up and ready to be casted. But tomorrow, what's today? Today's Saturday or Friday?
Friday.
What's today?
Oh god, I hope it's Friday.
Well, it is Saturday for some people.
Saturday in the other parts of the world, yeah.
Yeah, I should have known today was Friday. I got paid today.
Hey.
So tomorrow we have off from casting, so we have a day to recover after this incredible game tonight, and then we'll be back Sunday afternoon for the next two games.
All right.
Oh,
I think we're ready.
There is one more thing. I don't know if it's gonna happen though.
I thought we
What
had
else are we
somebody
missing?
else with another little chat who wanted to come in and also.
Yeah, they don't seem to be joining though, which is unfortunate.
I'm sure they will.
We got
right.
him. It's like fishing.
Hi.
Oh yeah, because Naughty Joker asked for it, and I'm in a good mood. So.
All right. Wait,
Oh yeah, because
let me-
like it's not always about the winners, because the team that came second did fantastic as well. So like they should get their moments.
That's my boy.
Yeah, we got
Yo.
first and second place in the house, like top of the food chain here.
Donnie, you guys gave me a bloody heart attack again. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Money the Asian G. Or whoever was
When-
that, I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah, it was a good game. Oh yeah, I was shaking, 100%. My hands were. My
Do we
palms were
have
shaking.
Wonderful in here?
Yes.
Yeah,
we-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have Wonderful, who's my MVP of Tier 2 playoffs.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what we were missing is the MVPs for both sides tonight. Obviously, Jack, you already gave yours.
Yeah.
um,
I'm giving my Odin one. He's not here though, my Odin one.
I'm here.
Oh my god, Zach.
I can take the message back.
Oh, like it's your main tank is my MVP for your team.
Totally.
Carl's. Okay.
Okay.
Is that was that Bean?
Oh no, like Cod's the main tank.
No, Bean was the killer diva. That's my MVP. Just always on somebody.
You said it was Bean the killing machine.
That is the name I have coined. You hear the beans, you get the sting. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just following up.
Oh, that was good, right?
For me, it's got to be Kaz, I believe, with the Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Ooh, agreed.
Yeah,
I got to give it to Kaz on that one. Then, of course, for Crimson, it's kind of a tie for me between Wonderful and what's the other one? Who was the other DPS that was with me?
Pain, bring in the pain.
Yeah, Pain did a fantastic job.
Yeah, both of you guys are tied for my vote.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta vote for Sneaky Turtles X. Like my good friend, he's sneaky on the tank. Like you see, like I know him for support. We play together in the same tier, and then he also plays DPS for the Crimson Dragons. But when he brings out the tank, it's like a fine wine. It's perfectly aged.
He definitely he was definitely a big part of them winning in Hollywood.
You better not leave Shin.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I was just gonna say that I love you guys. You are by far my favorite team to play against. I've been playing against Crimson for seasons now, and well done. That's all I want to say.
Thanks.
I'll catch you later, guys.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Enjoy yourself.
I love British people.
Right? Yeah, Crimson second place. Like holy.
Yeah.
Can't swear anymore because I used my one swear word. But nice job, guys. Like solid. All the way to the end.
It could have went either way. Just unfortunately, you did not get the coin flip.
Oh yeah, it always seemed to like favor whoever the ping had the best ping, I guess.
Yeah,
that's basically how it went.
I tried though. I was brewing my pot all night long, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he's our resident witch.
Yeah, he is.
So like
accidentally switched it over to
that name's gonna haunt me forever now.
Yeah, well,
it's your fault.
Even if I leave the league, that will never leave you.
It comes up in the match chat a lot.
It's exactly the type of influence that I want.
Shout out to Gabby as well, who's watching.
Hey, so y'all like really like flipped it back there, like the last two maps, and the third one was just like a hard fight. Like, what kind of change towards the middle?
We were missing a player that was kind of like really crucial to the comps we run, so we kind of had to like do some changes and switch some people around into like off roles type thing. So we just threw, because Zex usually plays DPS for us, so we put Zex in tank for this situation, and we just tried rolling with that, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It definitely worked. He just walked through people's value. It felt like.
Gotta have my boy Zex.
Yeah, it was fun to play Zarya every once in a while, you know, because I'm not usually playing it, but
yeah.
I saw that something needed to be stepped up, and I was like, you know what, let me take pink.
Okay, solid. Well, like, does the Crimson Dragons have any plans for the break or the next season? Are you guys moving up, down, staying the same?
We're not sure.
Okay. One day at a time. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, there's a big gap. Like, next season doesn't start until like January 20th, I think. So.
Yeah, it's way off. So there's plenty of time to like kind of organize and decide people want to do and things like that. It's a little early, but you know, I'm an extreme planner.
Yeah.
Sir, that's cool. I don't know. Yeah, we lost the finals and whatever, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun trying to play or playing against a really good team like that. It kept us on edge 100% all the way.
Oh yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed about because you nearly took it to the fabled final next week. So.
I know. I had a name ready. Damn it. Final. It was gonna be like in all caps though.
Yeah, the actual final.
Yeah, we're gonna underline it. But I think you guys did.
Week, relax, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, everything we need to do, you know, and then we just wait for next season and see what happens.
Yeah.
I know. Wonderful. Do you plan on playing in 2 tiers again?
2 tiers?
Yeah.
Sheesh, I'm in borderline tier 4 right now for supporting tank. So
Oh.
maybe,
Ooh.
It's a bit of juice there. For next season.
Little breaking out there. Alright,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And then...
yeah, because it's always a pleasure to watch. Always a pleasure to watch Crimson and Dragons though, because you really play a different style to other teams. Because like your team really uses the Mei like no one else does in any team that I've seen in the whole playoffs. You just make it work.
I'm not sure why not. Like, it surprises me that other teams don't run Mei, and then when they do, I take it personally. And
Yeah.
but like,
I think it's just a
I don't know.
tempo. I think it's just a tempo and organisation thing because your team just know how to run it. Your ice walls just shut off everyone, because including me on spectators sometimes.
Gotcha.
No.
Well, I think that's all the questions I have. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys plan for next season.
Yeah, I think that's everything from me as well.
Yeah, that's it for me because I got work in the morning, so I gotta get some rest.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that chaos.
Next season, right? You guys are gonna stay in the league, right? The casters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of
I'll
course.
be here.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. This is a. I think this is a first. Is this a first time casting for all of us? I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Wow, rookie casters, you guys did pretty well.
I can do more light puns.
You know, I be living for them, but so
the only person
you know.
who's a veteran caster is Queen.
Yeah.
She's been doing it since season 1, but the rest of us we're all new.
I have a reference if you guys want.
Jenny.
His name is Koi Boy, something like that. He's a really good caster. I've heard him cast games before, and he's really freaking good, like owl types of like casting. He's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, slide that on over.
Oh yeah, but
him
tell him
join
to put
the
an
light.
application in, and I can get him in the team probably.
Let him follow the light.
All right, but I brought us in, so it's somebody's responsibility to take us out.
I think Jack said he would.
Yeah, like because as new casting manager, I guess I should take us out.
Woohoo!
Alright then everyone, because I would like to thank you all for joining us, because for joining us in this Tier 2 final, because between Odin's Chosen and Crimson Dragons. Because it was a fantastic win for Odin's Chosen, but Crimson Dragons because gave it a valiant effort and should not be disappointed, because I'm looking forward to seeing both teams next season. Because I'd like to say thank you to White and Chaos, because for casting for me tonight and the entire playoffs, because both of them have done fantastic work.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, just give me a second, I forgot to speak.
Come on, Jack.
Alright, because because I will see everyone on Sunday, because for the Tier 1 final and the Tier 3 final. But for tonight, because that's me, the Crimson Dragons, Odin's Chosen, and the rest of the cast is out, and I will speak to you all later. Bye.